Hi, friends. Welcome to Making the Most with MG. It is quite a scorcher outside, so I've decided to take over Gabby's play area for a little while to make today's video. I want to share with you a story from about 6 or 8 months ago when I was out in a preschool program. I had gone into the room of 4-year-olds, and they were so lovely and welcoming, and as I observed, they started to play. And then a child came up to me and asked me if I knew who Chucky was. Well, of course, I got super excited. I was like, I love Chuck E. Cheese. His pizza's the best. You can play so many fun games. And his response floored me. He said to me, "No, not Chuck E. Cheese. Chucky with the knife." Well, imagine my surprise. So, today I want to talk to you a little bit about what can happen if you expose your child to scary movies or violent content before they're developmentally ready. There are a number of studies that have been done over time to see whether or not there are long-term negative impacts on children who are exposed to scary movies at an early age. Some have concluded that yes, there can be long-term effects that are very detrimental to your child, while others say perhaps in the short term, but not long-lasting. So ultimately, what it all comes down to is the individual child. But the reality is, if you allow your child to watch content that is not developmentally appropriate for them, it can blur the lines of reality and fiction, and they may not have the tools yet to know the difference. Some studies that have been done do show behavioral changes in children who are exposed to scary movies. For one, there can be an interruption in sleep patterns, so they may be sleeping less or be waking up more frequently due to fear from what it was that they had seen on the television. Another thing is they may become more clingy because they are having that sense of uneasiness that something bad is going to happen. Another way that watching scary content can negatively affect a child's behavior is that they can become more aggressive or violent. Now, we will see this sometimes in the games that children play with other children. Perhaps they are more aggressive when they are playing with the other children, but in addition, it also can interrupt how they solve problems. So, right now, at a preschool age, they're learning problem solving skills. So when they watch a film where the lead character is the good guy and there's a bad guy, and they're trying to fight for their life, essentially, they see the way that that character is surviving is to resort to violence. And they may draw that connection in a problem that they have in their everyday life because they don't have enough life experience to correctly handle the situation. So what they're drawing on is the films that they've been exposed to. There have also been cases where children have been diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder or phobias because of the content that they have seen. Now, in these cases, a lot of times in movies, they try to make things very realistic. So when children see that and they already are having trouble knowing the difference between real and fake, it can put them in a fight or flight state of mind where they honestly believe there is a real threat out there in the world to them based on the fictional things that they have seen. I get it. I'm a parent too, and sometimes you get tired, especially right now because you're with your child more often than maybe you typically are. However, we have a responsibility to keep an eye on what our children are watching. And I can tell you, in most of the cases that I've worked on where children have been exposed to violent or scary content, it's that the parents don't even know what they've been watching. So please make sure that you have put parental controls on electronic devices, that you have previewed content before your child is watching it. Sit and watch with them, but make sure that you know what the risk is if you make that choice to either not supervise or to knowingly allow your child to watch something that is not deemed age appropriate. And when you're in doubt over something, you can defer to the rating that is on it, or you can look up information. Use Common Sense Media. They can tell you about movies, video games, why it's appropriate or inappropriate, and for what age it would be better for. So please make sure that you're doing your due diligence to ensure your child's safety and long-term mental health. So that's what I've got for you today. I'll see you next time. Until then, have a great day and stay safe.